Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible and visible? Hi, Yash. Hello, Gaurav. Good afternoon. Oh, Sajjan sir, hi. Great. Let's wait for a minute more. People are joining. Is the screen properly visible? Sahib Alam, Tushar. Okay, all right. So let's start with the questions. The first question is from time, speed, distance. This is an arithmetic marathon, and I'll be giving to you some questions, a mixed arithmetic kind of session covering all the topics. The first question is from time, speed, and distance. The question goes like this. A man jogging inside a railway tunnel at a constant speed hears a train approaching the tunnel from behind at a speed of 30 km per hour when he is one third of the way inside the tunnel. Whether he keeps running forward or turns back, he will reach the end of the tunnel at the same time the train reaches that end. The speed at which the man is running is what? So I hope you have understood the question. The man, wherever he runs, the train would catch him. I won't say the man got killed because that will sound very dark. I would say the man just got saved. Like Amir Khan from the movie Gulam. Have you seen that movie? Kind of similar kind of situation here. Khushbu, okay, this it was a cat. Yeah. Bunty is saying dark sahi hai. These days, a lot of OTT platforms are showing scenes, dark scenes. Well, 2 minutes are over. Come up with your answers. Sahib Alam and Avigyan have already answered the question. All right. So let's understand this. Let's say, just a minute. Let's say this is the tunnel. It doesn't look like tunnel, of course, but let's say this is a tunnel. Okay, I'll make a tunnel. This is a tunnel. And the man is inside tunnel 1/3 way. So if I say the man is, let's say, here, and I assume this distance to be k, then automatically the remaining distance will be 2k. Is that clear? K and 2k. Is that clear? 1/3 है तो 3 हिस्सों में बांटा गया, एक हिस्से पे मैन खड़ा है, तो k and 2k. And let's say train is approaching from this side. There is the train, and the distance between the train and the opening of the tunnel, let us assume it to be equal to capital D. All right. So I hope the situation is clear to everyone. Now the man can run to this side towards the train or away from the train. In both these instances, the train just catches or misses the man. All right. Now, in time, speed and distance question, there are 3 variables, time, speed and distance, out of which one becomes constant, and that is how we can answer the question. So in this case, what is constant? The time is constant. In both the situations, the time is constant. So basically, we can equate the time taken for the train and the man to reach each other. All right. That means in the first case, when the man is running towards the train, the time taken by him will be k is the distance, and let us assume x is his speed. So k by x will be the time taken, which will be equal to time taken by train. So train will be traveling d at a speed of, the speed is given as 30. This becomes the first equation. And similarly, if the man goes towards the other end, then he'll be traveling 2k at a speed of x, and the train will be traveling this distance d plus k plus 2k. So overall, the train will be traveling d plus 3k with a speed of 30. So once we have established these 2 equations, we can easily solve the question. All right. How? We can just write k by x. We can just replace this k by x with d by 30, and that is how we can solve the question. So here we have 2k by x, that means it is 2d by 30. This will be equal to d plus 3k whole upon 30, and 30 and 30 get cancelled. That is how we get a relation between d and k. D is equal to 3k. We want to find the speed of the man. Speed of the man. So we can put it anywhere and we can get the answer. The answer is 10 km/h. Is that clear, everyone? Okay, well done. So all of you have got the answer. Now coming to question number 2. Cool. A large private airline increased the price of their air tickets by 20% to compensate for the increase in airport charges. Due to increasing cost of aviation turbine fuel, the airline had to further increase the price of the ticket by 30%. By approx, what percentage ticket prices have gone up as a result of 2 price hikes by the airline? A simple question. गुड़गांव में कश्मीरी वाइब्स, बहुत ठंड हो गई है गुड़गांव में यार. The simplest question, it is just the successive increment. So something increased by 2 successive percentages. If first one is x, second one is y, so x plus y plus x by 100 is what we have to calculate in terms of percentage. When when things are increasing, we take positive. When things are decreasing, we take negative. So if we put 20 and 30 over here, 20 plus 30 plus 20 multiplied by 30 upon 100, we get 56% as the answer. Option B is correct. Well done, everyone. Next question. A worker working under a bonus scheme saves 10 hours in a job for which the standard time is 60 hours. A bonus of 10% of the hourly rate is payable when he reaches 100% efficiency. An additional bonus of 2% of the hourly rate for each 1% in excess of 100% efficiency is given. If the normal wage rate is rupees 2 per hour, find the wages payable to the worker. The language of the question can confuse you, but it's not very difficult in terms of calculation. Is the video stuck? The voice is going through? Is it visible now? All right. I just read the question. Now try to solve this one. You have a minute to solve this question. So this question, the language is kind of manipulative, but if you look at it closely, it's not very difficult. So what is happening here? This person was supposed to, standard time is 60 hours, but he completed his job in 50 hours. Is that right? So in 50 hours, he would have received, by the normal wage rate, that is rupees 2 per hour, he would have received rupees 100. All right? But he is getting some kind of bonus. Okay. Once he reaches 100% efficiency, he will get 10% of the hourly rate, and in case he reaches above 100%, so for every percentage increase, he will be getting 2% of the hourly rate again. All right, so first of all, let us calculate the efficiency. So what is happening? See, I'll tell you something. Time taken to complete a job and efficiency, they are inversely proportional. That means if time increases, efficiency decreases. All right. Going by that logic, so earlier he was supposed to work in 60 hours, but now he's working in 50 hours. So if 6 by 5 is the time, then 5 by 6 will be the ratio of the efficiency. Is that right? Okay, I'll just show you this way. Initial time upon the final time. All right. Now, what does that mean? In case of efficiency, this will be final efficiency upon initial efficiency. I hope this is clear to everyone, right? Is this clear to everyone? Inverse proportion में है तो ये चीज ratios will be just reversed. Now, what does that mean? The ratio 6/5. So final efficiency is 1 more than 5, which means it is 1/5 of the initial, and in terms of percentage, that is equal to 20%. Is that understood, everyone? So 20% is his, 20% his efficiency is increased. Now, 100% तो इसका हो ही चुका है. That means he will definitely get 10%. This is something which he will get definitely. And apart from that, for every 1%, he's getting 2% of the hourly rate. Now, the increment is of 20%. 20% है और हर एक पे 2% मिल रहा है. In 20, he will be getting 20 multiplied by 2, isn't it? So overall, he's getting 10 plus 40, that is 50% more he will be getting paid. Initially, he was getting paid 100 rupees, 50% more will be 50 rupees more. So rupees 150 will be his final wage. Is that clear, everyone? Well, going to the next question. The times between 7 and 8 o'clock correct to the nearest minute when the hands of a clock will form an angle of 84 degrees are. बंटी क्या हो गया? अब आगे बढ़ गए हैं तो एक काम करना, एक बार रिवाइंड करके देख लेना उस जगह पे. एक्चुअली कमेंट्स मेरे पास थोड़े से लेट आ रहे हैं, तो मैं अभी क्वेश्चन आगे बढ़ गया है तो आप रिवाइंड कर लेना. Today I can see the interaction is very low. Come up with your answers, come up with your all sorts of things. Make it interesting. Rohit and Khushbu think it's A. Might be. Okay, those who are marking A, tell me why not D? Why D is not possible? And how did you guys arrive to this answer? Okay, watch it out. If I draw a clock like this, 7 से लेके 8 बजे तक, let this be 6, this is 7, and this one is 8, and this is 12. 7 से 8 के बीच में. All right. So if this is the hour hand, minute hand can be somewhere over here. There are two possibilities, isn't it? One is this, other is the minute hand can be somewhere here. There are two possibilities that we have over here. Cool? Very good, Rohit. So as we know that the relative speed between the hour and minute hand is always 11 by 2 degrees per minute. All of us know it. Why? Because in every minute the hour hand moves for half degree, and minute hand moves for 6 degrees. 6 minus half, that comes up to be 11 by 2 degrees per minute. All right. So if we assume this happened in after x minutes, that means 11 by 2x is the difference between them. Cool. Moreover, this has to move, minute hand has to move from 12 to 1 to 2 till 7. यहाँ तक तो move करेगा ही करेगा. और हर एक division में we have 30 degrees. So for 7 we have 7 into 30. That is the movement, isn't it? That is the difference between them. Plus 84 is also there. That is how we can calculate. So how many of you did it this way only? The same way, right? Is it clear to everyone? Just solve for it and you will get 22 9 by 11, isn't it? 22 9 by 11, I believe, which is very much close to 23. And just after 30 minutes, it will again be at the same position. So well done, guys. Very good. Next question. 3 boys agree to divide a bag of marbles in the following manner. The first boy takes one more than half the marbles. The second takes a third of the marbles remaining. The third boy finds that he is left with twice as many marbles as the second boy. The original number of marbles were what? Akshat, this is the shortest method, Akshat. Other is like we can create an equation in terms of theta, but it will result to the same thing. All the methods would be converging to this expression in the end. Alright, so everyone is saying B is the answer. Cannot determine. Why? Why do you think so? Come up with your reasons also. Why do you think it cannot be determined? Tushar says कोई number नहीं दिया, we can't take any number. Okay. Abhigyan says the answer will be 6x plus 2, where x can be any whole number. Naveen says total is a multiple of 3, but options have none as a multiple of 3. Okay, Naveen. You sure about that? Priyank thinks multiple option satisfy this equation, not a particular solution. All right. Guneet says data given for third person is not unique, derived from the second person. No real values. Yeah. CBD is correct. Cannot be determined is actually correct. Well, so if we assume, let us assume, for example, if I assume that the second boy gets X number of marbles and the third one gets 2x number of marbles. Is that right? Second one gets X and third one gets 2x. So in terms of X, what will be the value for first? What will be the value of first? Would be 3x plus 1. Are you sure about that? Avigyan thinks it's 3x plus 2. Well, look at this. 3x plus 1 is wrong. And I know where you're coming from. So let us take the reverse case. If we think in reverse, what happens? The first one is taking 1 more than half the number of marbles. So first of all, it should be actually an even number. That is the only case in which he can actually half it, right? And after he takes it away, the second boy and third boy come up. Okay, so there's one thing we must understand. 3x plus 2, if it takes 1 more than half, what is the half of it? It's 1.5x plus 1, but it takes 1 more than half. So this is what happens. Is that right? So 3x plus 1 is not possible. It should be only 3x plus 2. Now, people might be thinking why I took 3x over here. Because he's taking 1 more than the half. So remaining would actually be 1 less than half. That is this. So 3x is 1 less than half. There should be 1 more than half, isn't it? So the difference should be 2. The sum of these two, if I add 2 to it, I'll get this one. So to make it simpler, to make it easier, I'll just tell you a very simple story which all of you must have done with your younger siblings or with your friends. So it happened that let's say I had to distribute chocolates with my sister, my younger sister. So I kind of did some kind of mathematical trick so that I get more number of chocolates. So let's say she had 4, I had 3. I told her, देखो मेरे पास एक कम है, अपना एक दे दो अपने में से, तो हम दोनों के बराबर हो जाएगा. And she gave me, but basically what was happening? The gap in both these things was 1. The gap increased to 2. Similar kind of thing is happening over here, isn't it? So 1 more than half if you take, basically the gap is always 2. Is that understood? See, okay? So if I add them all, I'll get 6x plus 2. So anything which is in form of 6x plus 2 can be an answer. It can be 8, it can be 38, it can be 20, 26, all of them are possible. And no particular data will be derived. That is why option B is the correct one. Pandey says, क्या हम इसको x शुरुआत में ले कर सकते हैं? बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं. बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं ये चीज़. लेकिन ऐसा करने से आपके जो कैलकुलेशन है बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स होता चला जाएगा. If you assume x, then you subtract x by 2 plus 1. So slowly it will become very complex. That is why we are not doing it that way. What happened? Khushbu didn't get this. Okay, I'll just explain it once again. See, you got this point, no? The second boy and the third boy, they got 2x and x. This is something which you understood? Yes or no? So first boy has done something like this. I'll just show it to you. Let me draw a kind of a, let us say this is a magic box, so whatever goes in, something comes out. Now what happens here? What is happening? Just understand this part. So if the first boy, let us say the first boy had, initially they were y. The first boy took. Now I'll make you understand. Everybody will be able to understand this. So if the first boy had y, how much did he take? He take 1 more than the half. This is what he took away. So what was remaining? Remaining was y by 2 minus 1. Is that clear, everyone? Remaining is y by 2 minus 1. This part is clear. Yes or no? A very interesting question. This will be helpful in a lot of things. Okay, now, this is a magic box. So what happens if y goes in, y by 2 minus 1 comes out? All right, I have made a magic box. अब इसमें हो क्या रहा है समझना ध्यान से, जादू वाली बात हो रही है. So अगर मैं y भेज रहा हूँ, y by 2 minus 1 आ रहा है. So inside there might be 2 stages. In first stage, the things are getting half, and then minus 1 is happening, isn't it? So if y goes inside, पहले उसको half कर देता है magic box, फिर minus 1 कर देता है. ऐसा सोच सकते हैं. This is how you can imagine, questions of this kind. Is that clear, everyone? Just put a yes in the comment box so that, I know that this is clear to everyone. Even if you have got the answer. Great. मैजिक बॉक्स है. इनपुट गया y, आउटपुट आया y by 2 minus 1. अब एक बात बताओ, अगर मैं इनपुट आउटपुट चेंज कर दूं, I just reverse directions, I'm using another ring. See, now what is happening? So I can also say if y by 2 minus 1 goes inside, y comes out. Understand this. This is how mathematics is very much, kind of interesting. प्लस का उल्टा माइनस, डिवाइड का उल्टा मल्टीप्लिकेशन, सबको पता है ये बात. अगर -1 यहाँ पे हो रहा था फ्रॉम दिस डायरेक्शन, लेफ्ट टू राइट, राइट टू लेफ्ट में +1 हो जाएगा, और यहाँ अगर हाफ हो रहा था यहाँ डबल हो जाएगा. डू यू गेट इट? एवरीवन जस्ट पुट अ यस इफ यू गेट दिस पार्ट. दिस इज हाउ aptitude based questions can be solved by drawing, creating magic boxes in your mind. You can also do it on paper. Clear, everyone? This thing is clear? This is so beautiful, right? If I just reversed it. Clear, everyone? Now, there's one thing which is available for us, that the remaining number of marbles after first stage has been implemented is equal to 2x plus x, that is 3x, isn't it? So what if I put 3x inside from the reverse? What will happen? पहले +1 होगा, 3x plus 1, और फिर डबल हो जाएगा. What is double of 3x plus 1? It's 6x plus 2. Is that understood, everyone? So 6x plus 2 is the total number of marbles, basically before the first step happened. All right? तो इस तरह की चीज़ों को आप हमेशा सोच सकते हो whenever there is a question in which multiple processes are happening one after the other in stages. कैसा लगा तुम लोग को ये? ऐसे बहुत लोग होंगे जो रिलेट कर पा रहे होंगे. बचपन में जब आप कोई गेम खेलते थे मैथमेटिक्स का, तो इस तरह की बातें सोचते होगे. करते थे क्या? अयान, अभिज्ञान, गौरव, गौतम. क्या हुआ खुशबू? एक बार ऐड करना है, मतलब फर्स्ट स्टेज में कितना रिमेनिंग था वो मालूम पड़ जाएगा ना हमें. क्लियर? पीपल ऑन यूट्यूब, ऋषभ, बंटी, अक्षत, तुषार, गुनीत. So this is very beautiful. So now we have 6x plus 2, that is a informed variable. There is no constant answer, that is why we cannot determine the answer. B is the correct option over here. Ayan, in that case also we would have selected CBD. खुशबू, इसमें फर्स्ट बॉय का नहीं आ रहा, इसमें ये आ रहा है कि कितना रिमेनिंग है हर एक स्टेज के बाद. तो पहली, अब हम उल्टा जा रहे हैं तो हर स्टेज के पहले. When we're going left to right, ये है हर स्टेज के बाद. When going right to left, हर स्टेज के पहले. तो फर्स्ट स्टेज के जस्ट पहले क्या था? That is total number of marbles, not the first guy. Okay, coming to the next question. Hari and Ravi started a race from opposite ends of the pool. After a minute and a half, they passed each other in the center of the pool. If they lost no time in turning and maintained their respective speeds, how many minutes after starting did they pass each other the second time? Simple question. So there is one tricky question, one simple question. They are on the opposite ends and they meet in between in 1.5 minutes. So what is happening? Just look at my fingers and you'll understand. These guys are coming like this. 1.5 minute हो गया. Second time come meet करेंगे. They will turn back and then again come. So in 1.5 minutes they are meeting at the center. They have traveled equal distances. They will again travel the equal distance while traveling back to the ends. That means 1.5 minutes more. And then come back 1.5 minutes more. So coming in center. This is coming at ends. And this is again center. Second time they'll meet at center after 4.5. That is 4.5 minutes. I don't think this question requires any kind of mathematical expression. The answer is very simple. Going on to the next question. Oh, the same question as first one. Coming to this. Okay. This. Two candles of the same height are lighted at the same time. The first is consumed in 4 hours and the second in 3 hours. Assuming that each candle burns at a constant rate, in how many hours after being lighted was the first candle twice the height of the second? Okay, after I solve this question, I'll ask a very interesting puzzle. It reminds me of some puzzle which, I was always interested in puzzles, solving mathematical puzzles. So when I was basically a young kid, 6th, 7th, 8th standard, so I used to solve a lot of puzzles. How many of you loved solving puzzles? Anybody? There's a puzzle on candle, if you remember. So we'll just solve that after this question, just for fun. Monday, we will talk about this in sessions like group discussion and, VAT, because this will be very political. In maths class, we should not talk politics. Okay, let's try to solve this question. So there are two candles, the height is same. I'll just draw the candles. These are the candles. And so one is getting burnt, consumed in 4, other is in 3 hours. To make the calculations easy, I can assume the height to be an LCM of 3 and 4. Would that make sense? Of course, yes. 12 units. So let us say that the candles were of 12 units of height each. All right. Now the first one is consumed 4 hours. That means in every hour it is getting consumed by 3 units per hour. All right. 12 upon 4 is 3, and second one, 12 upon 3 is 4. So first one is being consumed at 3 units per hour, and second one at 4 units per hour. Right? So what I did over here, I just tried to eliminate all sorts of variables. Working on constant is easy. How many hours? Let us assume after X hours this thing happened. So after X hours, the first candle, 3x units of first candle were burned in X hours. The remaining was 12 minus 3x. And for the second candle, 12 minus 4x was burnt. All right. But at this point of time, the first candle was double of the height of the second. So I'll just write 2 and put inside brackets. And we can solve this and get our answer. I hope this is how you did it. All of it took the LCM or did something else? The best way is taking LCM and solving it. So if I saw, I'll get 5x is equal to 12. Is that right? 24 minus 12. Yeah, perfect. That means x is equal to 12 upon 5, or I can say 2.4 hours. 0.4 is 2 by 5, so D option is correct. Took LCM, very good. Now let us solve that puzzle. Ready for that? Ready for the puzzle? Okay. Ready for the puzzle? There are we have two candles, and each of them can be consumed, like burnt away totally in let's say 4 hours. And you have only 2 candles. And nobody is interested in the puzzles except Ayan and Saib Alam. Come on, show some interaction, be fun. Do not watch reels on Instagram. The real fun is solving puzzles, isn't it? So what is happening? We have 2 candles, both can be consumed, so they are like kind of equal in all aspects. They're getting consumed in 4 hours. And we need to calculate 6 hours by using these candles. The height is not known. We don't have a watch. We don't have anything. It's just the universe, we, and these 2 candles. Then how will we do it? Tell me. No scales, nothing. Just a blank universe. There are no stars. Sounds so dark. It's just we and these 2 candles. Cool. So you are interested? Tell me, how should we do it? Yeah, Khushbu, I can repeat the question. We have 2 candles. Both of them can be consumed in 4 hours each. Just by using these 2 candles, we need to calculate 6 hours. How can we do that? Naveen, no, we cannot cut the candles in half. No, that's why I said there are no scales, there are no scissors, nothing can be done. And of course, nobody is that capable that they can break the candle into equal halves. That is not possible, of course. Yeah, of course, we have a lighter. Oh, Rohit. Rohit wins here. Well done, Rohit. That is how we will do it. Very good. Akshat is saying burn first candle in 4 hours, then second for 2 hours. Wow. Akshat, यार घड़ी तो है ही नहीं, तुम्हें कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा कि 2 घंटे हो गए हैं? You won't be able to know. So Rohit, just answer it. First light 1 candle, it will take 4 hours. After that, second candle, we can light it from both the ends. So if it is getting consumed in 4 hours, from one end in 2, from both the ends will be consumed in 2 hours, and that is how we can calculate the answer. No, Ayan, half, how would you compare half? You do not have any scales, So the best possibility is this only. नहीं अक्षत एग्जैक्ट हाफ टाइम आपके एज्यूम कर सकते हो ना कुछ मिनट्स ऊपर नीचे हो ही जाएंगे. So basically burn the first candle, and when it is consumed we know 4 hours have passed, and instantly as soon as it get consumed burn the second candle from both the ends. दोनों तरफ से बराबर आग लगेगी तो 2 घंटे में काम खत्म हो जाएगा. Is that clear? Chalo, let us solve the next question in the series. A grocer sells half of the eggs that he has and another half an egg, adha anda, to Anurag. Then he sells half of the balance eggs and another half an egg to Deepak. Then he sells half of the balance eggs and another half an egg to Shivani. In the end, he is left with just 7 eggs and he claims that he never broke an egg. How many eggs did he start with? Nice question. For those watching on YouTube, I'll just paste the Rohit's comment so that you understand what just happened with the previous question. खुशबू पूछ रही है बिना ब्रेक किए हाउ डिड ही सेल हाफ एन एग. खुशबू यही तो जादू है. that is why this is also a puzzle, a mathematical puzzle. वैसे ब्रेक करने से अंडा टूट जाएगा और मैं जोड़ देता हूँ द एग इज नॉट हार्ड बॉइल्ड. उबला अंडा नहीं है कि आप काट सको. Gautam says it's 63. Gautam, did you make the magic box? All of us can make that magic box that we discussed in the in one of the questions, and we can solve it real quick. Let us create the magic box. Let us say initially there were x eggs, and what is he's doing? He's doing the same process again and again. Half the eggs and another half an egg. So basically he's selling off x by 2 plus half x away. This is the initial number, right? X, and this is what he has sold off. Now what is remaining? If I subtract, I'll get whatever is remaining. So what is remaining here? X by 2 minus 1 by 2. Is that clear? This one is remaining. So whenever you have something like this, just start with x, just for the sake of making the magic box. I'm not saying that you should do it this way, कि x लिखा, फिर उसे आधा किया, फिर किया. No. Now tell me, as I asked Gautam, Harshit, did you make the magic box? Magic box has to be made with the remaining number of eggs. Why? Because the question in the end is talking about the remaining number of eggs. So let us create the magic box. What is happening? If x goes inside, x by 2 minus 1 by 2 comes outside. Right? Khushbu, is that clear? This is the magic box. What is happening? X goes inside, उसका half हो जाता है, and then minus half हो जाता है. So if I reverse the process, then minus का उल्टा plus, पहले plus half होगा, and then half का उल्टा double, फिर double हो जाएगा. Is that right? Is that right, everyone? Understood? Well done, Gautam. Others use the same thing. So this operation has been done 3 times. If 7 goes inside, what comes outside? 7 plus half is 7 and a half multiplied by 2 is 15. That means before the third step there were 15 eggs. Now again I'll put 15 back to it. 15 goes inside. 15 plus half is 15 and a half multiplied by 2, I get 31. Again I put 31 inside, because there are 3 steps. 31 and a half multiplied by 2, we get 63 as the answer. This is our answer. Cool. So whenever you get something like this, you can always use this magic box over the remaining number of whatever marbles, eggs, whatever they have. People on YouTube, did you get that? Interesting technique, huh? Cool. Going on to the next question. But there's one thing more which I want to show you over here. You know, this comes up with algebraic understanding if you have it. Like some people have it and some people can, you know, kind of gain it. So as you can see, it was 7 in the final stage. Before that, it was 15. Before that, 31. Before that, 63. Did you see a pattern? This is 2 cube minus 1. This is 2 to the power 4 minus 1. 2 to the power 5 minus 1. 2 to the power 6 minus 1, isn't it? Is that happening? Isn't it? And you know why it is happening? Why it is happening? Because in the reverse process, we were first of all, you know, adding half and then doubling it, right? So look at any of these, you know, consecutive terms. So if I assume these two terms, and if I add half to it, what happens? This becomes 2 to the power 4 minus half, isn't it? This magic box is working in such a way that this pattern is coming up. So if I add half to it, I'll get 2 to the power 4 minus half, right? And then I need to double it. So what will be double of it? 2 into 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5 minus 1. This is what is coming, isn't it? Is that happening? So this pattern is basically the output is always 1 less than a power of 2. Cool. अक्षत वी कैन यूज दैट. रोनित, आज ही एक वो है एनालिसिस है जीडीपीआई का. आई गेव अ होमवर्क टू ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स सो दैट यू नो दे हैव टू राइट सम एन essay that topic, and today I'll be having an analysis of it. Well, the next question. It's same as first. I don't know why they have put this question 3 times. Well, let us try to do this one. Mixture allegations. X and Y are 2 alloys which are made by mixing zinc and copper in the ratio 6:9 and 7:11 respectively. If 40 grams of alloy X and 60 grams of alloy Y are melted and mixed to form another alloy Z, what is the ratio of zinc and copper in the new alloy Z? Okay, try doing this. Well, tell me the answer. I have got only two answers abhi tak. So we can use multiple approaches. Let us use a shortcut. I can use allegation over here, isn't it? Allegation. Zinc and copper. So can I use allegation in these ratios 6, 9 and 7, 11? Of course not. Allegation can be used in the similar quantities. So I can use allegation on the concentration of zinc. Do you get that? So in the first alloy, what is happening? Alloy 1. The ratio 6 by 9, or I can write it 2 by 3. That will be simple. Alloy 1 and alloy 2, if I write, the concentration of zinc. So it will be 2 by 5 in alloy 1, 2 upon 2 plus 3, because 2 parts is zinc, 3 parts is copper. Overall, there are 5 parts in the mixture, and 2 parts are zinc. Similarly, in the second one, it will be 7 by 18. Is that clear, everyone? Is that understood? Understood, everyone? Right? So what is happening? Allegation 2 by 5 concentration of zinc, and here we have 7 by 18, and they're getting mixed up, and the new concentration is, let's say, it will be a fraction, so I'm assuming it to be x only. You know, x will be a fraction. This one is, so basically we have, this is alloy 1 and this is alloy 2, and we're working on the concentration of zinc. All right. And whatever differences will be here, that will be in the same ratio as this alloy X and Y, not 1 and 2. The ratio will be 40:6, that is 2:3. Is that right? So we will get something like 2:3 over here. Perfect. Got it? Now, X should lie between these two values. Which value is larger? Which value is larger over here? 2 by 5 is greater than 7 by 18? Yes or no? We must understand it. And X will lie in between. Right? Is that right? So, what do we get here? 2 by 5 minus X is what we get here. And here we'll get X minus 7 by 18. So basically, the ratio of these two would be equal to 2:3. This is how we can solve the question. So I hope all of you must have solved it this way only. The only thing that we have to keep in mind is that whenever we use allegation, we would always do it on the concentration of one of the elements. We can also do the same for copper, and we'll get the same value here as well. Clear? Never commit the mistake of using 2 by 3 and 7 by 11 directly, because that will be giving you the wrong answer. Allegation can be done only on similar quantities. All right, done, clear? Going on to the next question. Ravindra and Rekha got married 10 years ago. There's some typo. It means the ratio of their ages was 5:4. Today, Ravindra's age is 1/6 more than Rekha's age. After marriage, they had 6 children, including a triplet and twins. The age of triplets, twins, and the 6th child is in the ratio 3:2:1. What is the largest possible value of the present total age of the family? You know what? This question has some kind of biological anomaly. साहिब आलम पिछले वाले का आंसर हाँ हाँ बी है. This question has got a biological anomaly, and we just have to be mathematical over here. We'll assume that all the children born together. ऐसा कर सकते हैं? नहीं, ज़रूरत नहीं है. There's no biological anomaly. There's no anomaly over here. It's perfect. Well, try to solve it. Think there are a lot of probability that people can commit mistakes here. Well, let's try to solve this question. First of all, we need to understand that largest possible value has been asked. And they got married 10 years ago. That means children born after the marriage. And the maximum, so we have to maximize, first of all, we need to maximize this one, because the parents would be, we can calculate their ages in constant terms, but this is where we can actually use the ratios. So the maximum age of the triplet can be 9 years, isn't it? What is the multiplier over here? The multiplier is 3. Similarly, if you multiply 2 by 3, I'll get 6, and 1 by 3, I'll get 3. That means the triplets are 9 years old each. And how many triplets means? There are 3 children. So 27 will be their combined age right now, in present. Twins, 6 years old each. Two children are there. Combined age is 12. And there is a single child. His or her age is 3. Now calculating about Ravindra and Rekha. So 10 years ago the ratio was 5:4. That means 10 years ago, if Ravindra was 5k years old, Rekha was 4k years old, and presently, in present, they will be 5k plus 10 and 4k plus 10 years old. Is that right? And at present, Ravindra's age is 1/6 more. 1/6 more. That means he is 7 by 6 times of Rekha's age. 1/6 more. जितनी रेखा की एज है उतने तो है ही है, साथ में 1 by 6 और है. That means 1 plus 1 by 6, or we can say 7 by 6. Clear? So let's solve for k over here. We get 30k plus 60 is equal to 28k plus 7t, or we can say 2k is equal to 10 or k is equal to 5. So their present ages are, if k is 5, I'll put it here, 35 years old, that is the age of Ravindra, and Rekha is 4k plus 10, 20 plus 10, 30, it's her age at present. 35 plus 30 is 65, plus 27 plus 3, 95, plus 12, 107 has to be the correct answer. Clear to everyone? Going to the next question. We'll try solving this one. Oh, welcome, curious narrator. So the amount is getting doubled in 72 by R, where R is the rate and R is given as 6. That means the amount is getting doubled in 12 years. They're asking about 48 years later. 48 years later. So how many slots of 12 years are there in 48 years? There are 4 slots. 48 by 12 is 4. तो 4 बार डबल होगी कोई चीज तो क्या हो जाएगी? डबल ऑफ डबल ऑफ डबल ऑफ डबल 16 times. 2 to the power 4 times will be the value. 2 to the power 4 times of 30 lakhs would be equal to how much? 16 threes are 48, 480 lakhs. C is the correct answer. Is that clear? Ronaldo, it should be C, not A. Right? I hope that's clear. Coming to the next question. the data is insufficient, so I'll just change the question. There is some problem. We need one more element over here. Let's try to do this question. Well, so how to solve this question? Now, the question says that mother, along with her two sons, is interested with the task of cooking biryani for a family get together. All right. So here we can do one thing. to make our calculation simple, to make a calculation simple, we can do one thing. We can assume that in 1 hour, the mother is doing m units of work, the elder son is doing e units of work, and the younger son is doing y units of work. So in that case, total work would be how much? Now from the first statement we can do that, we can understand this. So it says that it takes 30 minutes for all three of them cooking together to complete 50% of the task. In 30 minutes, if they are completing 50% of the task, that means 60 minutes, that is a complete 1 hour, they would have completed the total task. So in 1 hour, they would have worked together for how many units? M plus E plus Y units. Is that clear? M plus E plus Y units they would have done, and that comes out to be the total amount of work, that is cooking biryani. All right. It's also said in the third statement, cooking can also be completed if the two sons start cooking together and the elder son leaves after 1 hour and the younger son cooks for further 3 hours. So in this case, what is happening? The elder son has worked only for 1 hour, that means he has finished E units of work, and the younger son has worked for 1 hour plus 3 hours further, that is total 4 hours, so this will be equal to 4y. 4y. Now, what can we see over here? Total work is either m plus e plus y or e plus 4y. If I solve this, I'll be able to e and e get cancelled, and m will be equal to 3y. Okay, so the unit of work that mother is doing is essentially 3 times the work done by the younger child. All right. The next statement says if the mother needs 1 hour less than the elder son to complete the cooking. Okay. Total work E plus 4y. How much time will mother take? I am dividing E plus 4y with m. Basically 3y. So I am not using m over here. I have eliminated m. In terms of E and y, I am solving the question. This becomes 3y. And this would be equal to 1 hour less than what the elder child, the elder son would have taken. So elder son would have taken E plus 4y upon E, and 1 hour less, so I'll just subtract -1 from here. Is this equation clear to everyone? Is the equation clear? Everyone, just put a yes over there if the equation is clear. Now we need to solve the equation. So if I expand it, I'll get E upon 3y plus 4 by 3 is equal to 1 plus 4y by E minus 1. These two get cancelled. Right? So basically by using this we can get a relation between E and Y, and that is how we can solve the equation easily. Now how would we get the relation? How would we get the relation? By using a quadratic equation. I can assume let x is equal to E by Y. If I assume this, then this E by 3y becomes x by 3 plus 4 by 3. This will be equal to, now E by y is x, so reverse of it is 1 by x. This will be 4 by x. Alright, if you solve for x, you will get the relation between E and y, and that is how you can get the answer. Is this how you solve the question? Great. Correct answer is option C. Anmol, what happened? Okay, I'll just show it to you. I assume that M, E and Y units is the work completed in 1 hour for the mother, elder son and younger son respectively. Total work will be M plus E plus Y because in 30 minutes they're doing 50% of work. That means in 1 hour they would have done complete work. From this statement we can also say that if the elder son works for 1 hour and the younger son works for a total of 4 hours, so E plus 4Y can also be called as total work. By solving these two, I'm getting a relation between M and Y. Our main aim is to get a relation between all of them. So M and Y, we got the relation. We somehow need to get relation between E and Y or E and M. So after that, from the third statement, the last statement, the mother can finish the total work, this total work, E plus 4Y from here. In how much time? What is 3Y? From here. So mother's efficiency is 3Y and total work is E plus 4Y. This is the time taken by mother. And time taken by elder son is E plus 4Y by E. And this time is basically like mother takes 1 hour less. So I just subtracted 1 from here. When I expanded the equation, I got this point. And because E and Y both variables, there only one equation is there. So I assumed E by Y to be equal to X. And if I solve for X, I'll get relation between E and Y also. And that is how basically E is equal to XY. So when you get the value of X, you can put E is equal to XY and that is how you can get the answer. Alright. Clear? Correct answer is option C, 66.67%. And an interesting question and a lot of calculation is also there. Well, going on to question number 16. Anmol, I hope you got that. In case there is still some confusion, just rewind it anytime. You know, this will be present on the channel. Well, in this case, we'll have to assume 2 variables. Nothing can be done. Or we can do one more thing. Because total tickets are 18. So if I assume the first class tickets to be F, second class tickets will automatically be 18 minus F. Is that right? And that makes our life easy. The first class tickets costs 10, second costs 3. This is equal to 110 and you'll get the value of F. And what we have to calculate after that if number of tickets are interchanged. So we have to calculate about 10 times 18 minus F. Interchanged. All right. Plus 3 times F. This will be equal to what? That is what we have to calculate. An easy question. So this is how we can calculate the value, but what if we don't want to use our pen and paper? Like just Akshat just asked if we have another method. Of course, we can create a method anytime, you know. So what we will do over here, just a thought experiment, not an experiment, thought, inside thoughts, we can calculate this. So there are 18 tickets. Now, let us assume that all these 18 tickets are first class tickets. If I assume, if I assume that all are first class, in that case, what will happen? 18 into 10, the cost would be 180 rupees, isn't it? This is an assumption. This is an assumption. Now, but this is not the truth. So if I replace one first class ticket with a second class ticket, the cost will go down by how much? By how much? 7 rupees. Is that right? First class ticket costs 10 rupees, second class ticket costs 3 rupees. So if I interchange or replace one ticket from this lot with the second class ticket, the cost will go down by 7 rupees. Yes or no? Just put a yes if you understood this point. Understood? Just put a yes over there. By 7 rupees. This will be decrement. The real cost is rupees 110. What is the difference? 70 rupees. Difference is 70 rupees, right? So we need to replace how many tickets? एक को replace करने में 7 रुपए कम हो रहा है, 70 कम करना है. We would have to replace 10 tickets. Is that right? Is that right? 10 tickets. So out of 18 tickets, we have replaced 10 tickets with second class. That means there are 8 first class tickets and 10 second class tickets. Cool? Understood? What will be the answer if I just, kind of interchange it? 8 second class cost 24. So 124 will be our answer. Got it, everyone? How many of you did it this way? Without forming any equation. Akshat on YouTube, did you get it? And tell me, people on Facebook as well as YouTube, how many of you did it this way? Tushar did this way. Very good, Tushar. On Facebook, nobody did this way. Did you like it? This approach. There is not even a question just to calculate percentage. I'll just skip it. Again, there's nothing basic. Calculation is there. A very basic question. All right, let's try to solve this question. Now, in which last step? Replacement of tickets. Deepak Kalyani. What happened? I don't know the meaning of this smiley or emoji, whatever it is. Is there a lag? Now, basically at every replacement, cost is getting reduced by 7 units, 7 rupees. Total reduction should be 70, so I replace with 10 tickets. That means initially there were 10 second class tickets and 8 first class tickets. All right, Naveen, you got that? And in the second case, the number of tickets just got reversed. Oh, Naveen, yeah, I just told you that. 10 tickets were replaced from the lot in which I assumed all were first class tickets. I assumed all were first class tickets, so I kept on replacing them with second class tickets. There are 10 replacements in total. So out of 18, if 10 were replaced, only 8 remained, right, Naveen? All right. So as you can see, that the ratio of lemon juice to sugar to water is 1 is to 1 is to 4. And they're asking 200 grams, how much calories are there? Okay. So calories are made up of only lemon juice and sugar, not of water. Water has got no calories. So out of 200 grams, the combined total is 6. So 1/6 of lemon juice is there and 1/6 of sugar is also there. So 1/6 of 200, 200 ग्राम का लेमनेड है, इसमें कितना लेमन जूस होगा? 1/6. और कितनी कैलोरीज होंगी उसके अंदर, लेमन जूस के अंदर? 25 कैलोरीज. दिस इज व्हाट you will get from the lemon juice part. From the sugar part, you will get 1/6 into 200 into 386, right? This is what we have to calculate over here. So how much are you getting? 137 point something? That will be the answer. I hope everybody has solved it. Yeah, this is an easy question, just needs some calculation. Coming to next. An interesting question. Mr. Jones has 8 children of different ages. On a family trip, his oldest child, who is 9, spots a license plate with a 4-digit number in which each of 2 digits appears 2 times. Look, Daddy, she exclaims, that number is evenly divisible by the age of each of us kids. That's right, replies Mr. Jones, and the last 2 dates just happen to be my age. Which of the following is not the age of one of Mr. Jones' children? Well, this is a logical puzzle. Try solving it. you have marked D. I think almost all of you have marked D. Tell me the reasoning behind it. Come on. This is the last question for today's session and we gotta enjoy it. So tell me, what is your reason behind marking 7 as the answer? People on YouTube, I'm not getting any answers from you guys. Come on, tell me the answer. Reasons. Come on with the reasons. Gaurav, Ashish, Khushbu, Supriya, Avigyan, Naveen, Himanshu, Harshit, Priyank. What happened? Manika says it's B. Praveen, Akshat, Yoga World. Come on, tell me the reasoning also. Rohit, you said 9634 can be a pair. Tell me something. Is the number 9634 divisible by 9? Yes or no? No. That means it cannot be the answer. You know, the number has to be divisible by 9 because 9 is the age of one of the children. It's given in the question already. And 9531 cannot be a pair because it is evenly divisible. What does that mean? That 2 has to be a factor. So 9531 is also not possible. Rohit, you got that? Others, did you have the same kind of reasoning? Akshat, what's your answer? Rohit, I hope you got that. If others had the same reasoning, then do not reply. If you have some other reason, just do it over there. Okay, Avigyan says, all right. To be divisible by 9, sum of digits has to be 9k. Also, if it is divisible by 8, it is by 4 and 2 also. To be also divisible by 5, last digit has to be 0. So 2 zeros and 2 nines has to be there. So no number. Okay. Rohit Pal says 3636. All right. All right. Wow. So this question is, kind of really interesting. Rohit, 4545 is not possible. It has to be an even number. Isn't it? Gautam said 7272 and 6336 is also possible. Of course it is. That is why 7 is not an answer, right, Gautam? 7 can't be an answer, yes or no? The best reasoning that I have got is from Manika from YouTube. Manika, are you a student of iQuanta? Like I have seen you a lot on YouTube but not on Facebook. Manika says if number is divisible by 5, last two digits have to be 5, 5. And if that is the case, it is not divisible by 4 and 8 both. So what's your answer? Gautam, exactly. Definitely not D. Well, so let us, we'll solve it. Okay, let us do it in this way. First of all, it has to be divisible by 9. That means all the digits, the sum should be a multiple of 9. That is point number 1. The point number 2, it has to be an even number. That means in the end we cannot have an odd number. All right. So let us do it this way. If I want, so the divisibility rule of 5 is the simplest one, isn't it? So I'm checking with this. Do you agree to it? You agree to this, that divisibility rule of 5 is the simplest. It ends with either 0 or 5, right? Either 0 or 5. Oh, Manika, part of ABC batch. All right. Is this clear to everyone? 0 or 5? Of course, 0, 0 cannot come in the end. That is something which we understand clearly. That is not possible. Why? Because Mr. Jones cannot be 0, 0 years old. What if we have 5, 5 in the end? What if we have 5, 5 in the end? And to make it divisible by 9, the only choice we have left is 4. So 4, 4, 5, 5, is that possible? Of course not, because it cannot be odd in the end. What if it is 5, 5, 4, 4? What if it is 5, 5, 4, 4? So with what numbers is it getting divided? Naveen, yeah, you did the logic for 8, but 8 is not one of the options. Now 5, 5, 4, 4. Check and tell if this can be a number. Moreover, we can also think of one more logic, and it goes like the number has to be, the sum of digits should be equal to 9, a multiple of 9. So the possibilities are 0, 9, 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, and 4, 5, right? That is right. So by thinking of this and what I just mentioned, before this, if you mix them up, what is the number that is most probable? This is one of the cases. Other cases, the previously, as I said, that if I assume 5 to be one of the edges, so 0, 0 is not possible. In the end, 5, 5, if that comes, then it will become odd. So that is also not possible. So 5, 5, 4, 4 looks like one of the possibilities through this. Well, there are two ways to look at it. Still, we are not able to get the answer. Still, we are not able to get the answer, isn't it? Still, it is not satisfactory. So let us look at the third way to look at the same problem. Now we have two things, these two. Now let us have a third insight to this. So to make it divisible by 0, if I assume to be A 0 0, it is not possible. Mr. Jones cannot be 0 0 years old. The other possibility, if I write as it can be A0 A 0, is that possible? A0 A 0 is possible? A0 A 0. Let us try to factorize this thing. If I factorize this, I'll get A multiplied by 101 multiplied by 10. Yes or no? Just put a comment yes if you're getting this. Can we do this? Now here, this 101 is a prime number, cannot be further factorized. So we'll leave it like this. And now we have 10, which can be factorized as 2 and 5. Factorized as 2 and 5. Is that right? Now, 2 has to be there because it is always an even number. Always an even number. Is that right? 2 has to be there. Always an even number. Because, you know, the higher power of 2, 4 and 8, 4 and 8 can also be formed if we have 2. But from the digits 1 to 9, 5 and 7 are the only numbers, only primes, whose higher powers go beyond 9. Is that clear? Like 5 square is 25 and 7 square is 49. So out of these 2 and 5, 5 is the only case which should not be there. 5 is the only case as a factor which should not be there. Here I'm not talking about digits, I'm talking about the factors. So 5 cannot be a factor. Combining all these three logics, we get to know that 5 cannot be the age of any of the children of Mr. Jones. Is that clear? You need to understand the third way of looking. I have written 2 and 5 as the factors, not the digits. You know, you must remember that. Praveen, 4, 4, 5, 5 is not possible because it has to be an even number. It is given in the question, it is evenly divisible. Is that clear now? Is that clear? And you know what? I will just put in one more simple, the simplest insight. Combining all these three insights, let us go on to the fourth insight, and that is, so if I have assumed that 5 is not the case, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9, let us try to find the LCM. What will be the LCM of these numbers? Anyone? What will be the LCM of these numbers? Would it be equal to 504? Yes or no? And this insight would involve all the things that we discussed, and this question would be, you know, looking very easy and very interesting at the same time. Everyone, tell me, 504 is the LCM? Our problem is solved, guys, isn't it? So 504 is the LCM of all these numbers. Now, I want to make it in such a way that two digits repeat. So 5 and 4 can be repeated. How? If I multiply this thing by 11, what do I get? I'll get 5544. And hence, the problem is beautifully solved. Clear? Is that clear? Here we have solved the entire problem. So all these four insights were necessary to come up to this. Tell me, everyone, from Facebook and from YouTube, how do you like this question, the entire session, and did you understand the four insights which come up to 5544? Harshit, Rohit, Akshay, Kushbu, Yash, Naveen, Gaurav, Gautam, Manika, and Praveen, it's clear. Akshat, Yoga World, Ronit, Saibe Alam. Cool enough? Okay, cool, great then. And here I like to end the session. I think after this you have one more session with Sajjan sir. Tomorrow you have another session with me. So let us continue this tradition and crack XAT with flying colors. All the best, everyone. Take care. We'll meet again tomorrow. And those who are enrolled in GDPI course, If you have not submitted your essay, which I gave a topic, just submit it as soon as possible, and then we'll be having the analysis of it. All right.